What's good, y'all? Somebody, I don't know if this is you collective or somebody in your energies, right? But somebody is really trapped in their head about something. And it's causing them stress. Because it's either them being trapped in their head is causing them stress because that alone is conflicting with other areas of their life because they're stuck in their head and it's stressing them out and it's causing conflict, or they're trapped in their head and they're stressed and there's conflict around them. There's some sort of dispute or quarrels or something, fighting and cussing and fussing and going on. All right, we're gonna see about what this is, okay? Because I don't know. All right, Spirit, what's going on with this? Thank you for tapping into Mid Heaven Tarot. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, Soul Tribe. Glad to have you here again. To my new viewers, if this is your first time stopping by, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. We're going to get into some little stuff here. Let's see. Spirit, what's going on with this? Clarify overload. Let me see what's going on here. Somebody is overwhelmed. Humanity. Morality. Merit making. They're overwhelmed. They may be... Give me another one. Imagination. There is something going on in this person's mind, y'all. They are entertaining a variety of stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Okay. Somebody got something going on in their head. Maybe about a house. Maybe they're overwhelmed because they thought they would receive something. Or they imagined that they would receive possibly a house or an investment or wealth or something. They're overwhelmed because maybe they thought that they imagined that they would be the one receiving something. Okay. See? All you gotta do is be patient. You just gotta be patient and listen. All right, so clarify daydream. Nightmare. Damn. How you gonna be daydreaming and living in a nightmare? Night and day in both. And this is what I mean by their mental instability. Like they're mentally, something's not right with this person mentally because they're in their light. And I mean, we're all in our light and our darkness, but to be honest, this is given that in their night, in their shadow aspect, there's a bunch of, monsters in their night. So in their day, in their light aspect, they trying to figure out how to get away from something. See how he on his job, but he daydreaming about the beach? Somebody is still very optimistic that they'll be able to get out of some sort of nightmare that they're in. Tell me more. Or darkness or persecution. Promise. Bully. Okay. This is giving me that a promise. I don't know if somebody is trying to imagine a way out of something they're going through that is a nightmare, that is keeping them up at night. They may be facing their shadows. They may be going through a dark night of the soul. I don't know. But it's something dark around them. Could be dark beings, dark entities. I don't know. Because with this promise, it feels like they made a certain promise to creatures of the night, so to speak. You know, creatures of the blackness, of the shadows, of the demons, of, you know, those aspects. And the demons that they made a promise to, they are now being bullied by. Ooh. Ooh. And we got fright at the bottom of the deck, right? We're going to bring that out because that's the energy I'm getting. And see how she got a little tornado above her head. It's just a lot of mental stress going on right now. Somebody is truly worried. Clarify confinement. Yes, they are confined to a vow. They are confined to a vow that they made. Oh, wow. What is this, spirit? Introvert. They want to get out of this. I don't know. Clarify, because this could be talking about, okay, confinement to a vow that they made secretly. Privately. They made a private vow to something. What did they make the vow to? Too many. We got libations. So this is the same energy over here with this merit making card. Somebody has been making vows or paying homage to something. Because they imagined that whatever they're paying homage to would be able to help them gain some sort of wealth, some sort of investment, or keys to something. Now they're overwhelmed because this is the energy that is now coming because they made a vow in private. Withdrawal. Something about somebody, okay, this could be, I don't know what this is, but someone did, because this online community is jumping out at me, right? Like there could be some sort of an online community that teaches about libations, ancestors, spiritual things. And it's giving me that because this person is trapped in this vow, and these energies that they thought would give them wealth and give them exposure and give them stability, because these beings are now bullying them, it is also showing up in some sort of a community or something. Like they're trapped by a vow, right? There's an online community, possibly where they were collecting some sort of donations, but the donations or something has stopped. Or they're experiencing some sort of rejection in their online community, or they're going to be rejected. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Okay, let's clarify stress. We're going to get into it though, because I'm feeling like hesitation. Okay, they're worried about something. They're stressed and worried about something. Readiness, preparation, arrangement. They're stressed and worried about something. Okay, clarify. Schedule. They're stressed and worried about something being on schedule. What are they worried about? Something is being prepared. If something is being prepared on schedule for them, or when something is going to come to them. Oh, wow. got donate. That's giving this donation energy over here. But this is giving them marriage, family, sweet dreams. Okay, let me keep going. All right. What are they waiting on? They're waiting on something. A savings of some sort. A collection. They pass around the collection plate. Somebody passing around the collection plate on their spiritual community, their online community, their conscious community. Now, we had a reading come up like that. I hope this is not where you're taking me, because I don't want to tap into his energy no more, because I know specifically who that tarot reading was about. And if you did not see that reading, go into the playlist, and there is a reading about a social media influencer and not being able to make vows or something, and under attack or whatever. You'll see social media influencer something. Okay. I'll try to leave the link. I'll leave the link to that reading at the end of this video. If you didn't see the one that came up about the social media influencer being attacked by the demons that they made a vow to, or the spirits that they made a vow to, but then when it was time for them to make the vow again, they couldn't do it, or the payment, or the offering. The offering, should I say. They made a vow to give an offering, social media influencer, and then they're not able to continue to do it, and now they are, they're experiencing a lot of catastrophe. Okay, so I don't know if that's what I'm picking up here again, but this absolutely could be someone who is watching this in the collective. Someone in your energy, or if you're a cross watcher, I'm picking up your energy. You are the one stressed. You're trying, someone connected to you, collective, or a cross watcher, they're trying to see if things are on schedule with some sort of a savings, if they're going to be able to save something. We got justice on the bottom of the deck. I'm pulling it out. I don't know why. Let's follow the spirit. What's going on? We have Marionette and Fury. Something that they are waiting on, they're trying to pull strings, and it's frustrating them because either things are not on schedule and they're worried about whether, I don't know what this is, whether they're going to be able to get some sort of monies or something to bring balance to something. But this is giving me that they are under these strings, in this hand is these energies that they made the promise to, that is now bullying them, and they're frightened. They are hung up. They are hung up. They are a puppet at this point to these energies. And so they are frustrated. They are angry as to why something is not, excuse me, I had drinking some water. Why something is not panning out here. It's not panning out because you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what was vowed. We gonna see. Clarify the conflict. Conflict, eternal love. Okay. Third wheel. They're fighting over a soulmate. Now, this is where you could be coming in, collective. I don't know who this is in your life, or in your energy, rather, or both. But they may feel like they're at war with you because some kind of way you a third wheel to a connection that they were in, that they considered, that they thought would be, tell me more. Third wheel, eternal love. What's talking about? What you talking about? Mask. Deception. Pretending. Inconsistency. Relaxation. Okay. they are in conflict with your energy because there's something that you may or may not even know about, but you are third wheel to somebody that they thought they were going to have a long-term commitment, relationship, whatever it is, partnership, collaboration. They thought it was going to be a consistent situation. They maybe even thought that they had some sort of divine privileges and divine rights that would allow them to be qualified to come up against you, but they are quickly finding out that that's not the case. There's something also about you and your ability. No, that's not. That's them. That's them wearing many masks to appear to be relaxed. They're trying to appear that they're relaxed about a situation, but there's a lot of fighting going on around them. There's a lot of chaos going on around them. There's stress and worryation. And so the reason why the stress is happening, because whatever they are supposed to, or they think they're going to get, or were supposed to get, was supposed to solve some sort of a problem. But it's causing the problem is being caused because I feel like now I'm reading a cross watcher. I feel like I'm not reading the collective. Well, welcome, cross watcher. Welcome. Okay, and collective, you're welcome here as well. You may know someone who this kind of fits, because we all, online, and we have people we tap into and so on and so forth. So I don't know, but the problem is that the real solution would be to make the payment to these entities that they have been working with, that they made a promise to. The issue is that they are not capable of making that offering. And I do not know why, but we're finna find out. Because something must have, for that to happen, something has transpired. We have sweetheart. Oh, the goal was a sweetheart. The goal was somebody, oh yeah, okay, so this was some unjust. This was some unjust shit. Okay, let's get into it. So the goal was, this is where the collective comes in. They targeted somebody that they shouldn't have. And let me explain to you why they did it. First off, somebody tried to tell them not to do it, but they wouldn't motherfucking listen. Okay? They wouldn't listen because they felt like they had got some good news about a possibility of a curse. They tried to place a curse on someone in the collective. And what were they supposed to receive from this curse dealing with these entities? They were supposed to receive gain. Okay? They were supposed to gain something because the curse and the attack that they sent towards the collective, whoever you are, right? Your loss was supposed to be their fortune, was supposed to be their good fortune, was supposed to be their gain. In order for them to gain, somebody has to lose, and they picked you to be the loser. But that's not the way this panned out, because spirits are not dumb. They're very sentient beings. And they saw that you had set your eyes. When I say you, I'm talking about now I'm gonna jump back and forth to the cross watcher, to the collective, because I got a feeling they both watching. So I'm gonna just say, cross watcher, you targeted somebody that the spirits and the divine and the spirits love her, love him, love them. They are good people, got good spirits, right? Good energy, minding their business. And you targeted somebody who is showing up frequency wise as a sweetheart. Somebody who has favor with light and dark beings, elementals, nature spirits. You targeted somebody who has favor. So collective, if this is you, then you are the individual that they targeted when they shouldn't have done that. So now you go off into this self-love energy, okay? And there's some sort of evidence or proof that they tried to spiritually take something from you. And this may have been somebody that you actually cared about, or somebody that was pretending to care about you. And then they had the audacity to be very prideful about their allegiance to the spirits, the allegiance that they made for your demise. Yeah, yeah. They getting their ass handed to them right now, though. They getting their ass handed to them. Believe that. I don't know if I want to go in here. Let's see what time we on. Let's look at this, because see, now it's giving like, why did this individual target the collective to begin with? How did the collective, you could have come on this person's radar in many ways. Okay. Why did this individual target the collective? To be honest, they could have been targeting not even just you by yourself, but this could have been something they was doing. Soul contracts. Okay, let's look into it. Why did this person target the collective? Well, the card went in the garbage can, y'all. Hold on. They threw something away. What did they throw away? Deja vu, repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Clarify deja vu. And we just saw soul contracts, right? Okay, this could be why they targeted you. Because it was written in the contracts for them to do so. Safe space. Side piece. Big break. Wow. This clarify deja vu, because it's feeling like you and this individual have there was a certain familiarity about y'all connection. Clarify deja vu, please. DM slide. Unexpected flirtation, direct messages, testing the waters, sliding into your inbox. Shock. You won't believe this story. Misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. There is someone that you may have had a connection with, that you felt a certain familiarity to from the moment that y'all actually connected. You could have connected to this person online. They could have, been in your inbox, whatever the case may be. And you could have met them in person originally or initially, and y'all been texting and, keeping track with each other, keep up and getting to know each other via social media and, whatever the case may be, on read. Ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies, maybe they're just busy. So there's a lot of texting or something that y'all met on the internets, because we also got this computer out here on this clickbait. But whatever it was that made y'all link up, something was not true. Something was not as it seemed, even though it felt familiar. Tell me more. False alarm. Yeah. Now what? This was a false alarm. Okay. Overreaction to minor events. Exaggerated panic. Familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Somebody's being reminded of something as well. Okay, because if it's an online community involved in this, there could be messages. Collective, I don't know if you have an online community, if you give messages, but there's something that if you have the online community, there's some messages that you have given that have kind of triggered this person. That has kind of triggered this person. I'm gonna keep looking at that. Clarify safe space. I'm gonna keep pondering on that, spirit. I need more on that. I'm gonna come back to it. Safe space. Payday. See, there was some money that was supposed to be received, and they thought they was in a safe space to do it. Safe space to harvest your energy in order to get something. Ending harmful patterns. Freedom from repetition. New beginnings. It stops with me. Status upgrade. CEO energy. Somebody thought that they had space and room spiritually, energetically, to kind of I'm feeling like they were safe to work with the spirits the way they were. They felt like something was safe and something was going to be a payday for them and allow them to break out of some sort of cycle, some sort of karmic cycle. Secret romance. Side piece. Clarify. Divine timing. Divine intervention. This person could have wanted you to be a side piece to them, but there was some divine intervention here. There was some divine intervention, influencer status, social recognition, online fame, power to influence. Swipe up. Something is intervening with this cross watcher, or this person in your energy collective. Something is intervening as it relates to their ability to experience growth. This could be two social media influencers that I'm reading. Okay, this could be that kind of competition thing that sometimes happens. I hear people complaining about it. Sense of competition from people that they don't even know. Like, people want to just own certain frequencies on the internet, especially in the spiritual community. It's like people don't really know how to collaborate without stepping on each other's toes, or without sending spell work to take what somebody else has, or take their spiritual gifts, or yada 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 woo de woo de woo de woo de woo. Okay, this person in divine timing, they are secretly there's something taking place with them where the divine is intervening on their growth. Okay, or they wanted you to be a side piece. They feel like you came into their life, or into the life of someone they know. You came into their life like at the right time. At the right time. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with the person that's doing this and that's going through this stress, because now these spirits are like turning on them. I don't know what your connection is, but whatever it is, you showed up on the right time, and they thought it was going to be their big break. You targeting you. career turning point, major opportunity, life-changing moment. This is it. Now, clarify the big break, please. All right. But their big break was very short motherfucking lived. And they are realizing now that this shit was a life lesson to the get-go. Whoever it is that I'm speaking to, collective, it feels like you showed up in somebody's life to bring in karma, to put them in their karmic cycle, possibly even to put them under judgment. I don't know, right? Because it seems like they were trying to offer other people's energies, possibly doing death spells and curses on people's good energy, so they can harness the good energy and offer the negative low vibrational energy to these lower vibrational deities that they were working with. I hope that makes sense. Okay, this is some kind of side hustle. This is crazy. This is something somebody do on the side. Like, this is how they get it. This is how they grind, you know. This is what it means for them to be a manifester. When this person talk about manifestation, this is what they talking about. Harvesting people's energy, lower vibrational energy, and sacrificing their lower vibrational energy for the lower vibrational beings to feed on. And those lower vibrationals then return to this person good energy. That's the vow. That's the relationship. And this is what they do on the side as the way to get to their motherfucking retirement. Gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. And this is heavily online. So if you all are dating on online communities and stuff like that, nothing wrong with that. People meet good people on those online dating sites. But what I'm saying is, if you are spiritual and you are powerful and you are awakened, and if you're watching this video, you be very careful as to who you match up with and link up with on the internet. Okay? But I feel like this is this person. This is that third wheel energy. So it's two people. This is also the two people that's fighting. That's why I've been feeling this other person, like with this side piece card. Okay. So there's at least two people here that was, man, look, listen, that felt like you were a match, or one person out of the two people felt like you were a match for this sacrifice, basically, because that's what it is. Okay. What I want to do. I want to know what's going to be the outcome. Let me see. Of this for them. All right, collective. I had to pause. I had to go to the bathroom real quick. But look, while I was in the bathroom, right, I was thinking about this energy, right? Somebody has been, collective, doing constant spell work on you, to be honest. And this false alarm is that there's something you've recently done, or you've done publicly, or they're watching you some kind of way, where they're realizing that their spell work is not working. It has not worked. So whatever they were waiting, like, there's some kind of headline or something that is giving them the understanding that nothing that they have done has actually worked. So this is where the stress comes in, because all that energy, first off, that you sent has to go back, okay? And then secondly, all of the, when I say you, I'm talking to the cross watcher, all of the value made with these energies. I don't know why people do stuff like this. I say this every time this come up in a reading. I just can't, for the life of me, can't fathom why people. I guess people think that being magical and being spiritual means you can do whatever. You can do whatever you want, or you just your soul is asleep still. Your spirit and soul is not woke at all. Okay, cause ain't no way. But this individual is under stress because the negative energy has to go back. And these energies that they were working with don't want to hear all that damn whining and crying and talking about, I tried, it didn't work. They don't want to hear that. You made a vow, whoever you are, you made a vow. What's going to be the outcome? Not knowing that the energies you made the vow to and the vow with, when it came to the collective was already in good standings with the spiritual world. And here you go targeting somebody that these same dark energies see as a sweetheart. Told you these energies are sentient. They're not like, I don't know what people think they are. I guess they think they're the stuff people show in the movies or whatever. What's going to be the outcome of these people who's been targeting the collective? And owe this vow that they can't pay. And they fighting and carrying on. Okay, some communication. Tell me more. What's going to be the outcome of the people who's been targeting the collective? Distance. They've been told to keep their distance. They've been told to stay away from you, energetically or physically. I don't know who told them that. Maybe the spirits. Maybe the spirits. Balance. Luck. Clarify communication, please. Preparation. Okay, this could also be that they are preparing to communicate, or they're preparing to communicate, or they're talking about making preparation for something. What are they making preparation for? We have displacement. Oh, intuition and displacement. Okay, so they are talking, or something is communicating to these people that they need to prepare. Somebody has had their sense of intuition all screwed up. Somebody's intuition, they've lost their ability to tap in. They've lost their ability, they've lost their spiritual gifts, their spiritual abilities. The outside of these spirits that they owe this offering to, there's nothing else they can hear besides their own voice and these spirits. So any intuition that they are tapping into, like, through spiritual telepathy or spiritual communication, it's these spirits that they're speaking to, and these spirits are telling them that they need to prepare to have hellfire and brimstone come burn down whatever they thought they were going to accomplish. In other words, get ready to be displaced. The spirits are telling them to get ready to be displaced. Get ready to be shitted on. Get ready to feel the damage and the destruction that we bring when you do things like this. We have grief. Clarify distance, please. Worthiness. Yeah, they're basically saying, couple things I'm hearing. These spirits or whoever is bringing this person to the understanding they needed to leave you alone. They're also learning. This individual is also learning that the collective is higher ranked than they are. Okay? Clarify balance. Direction. Balance is getting ready to be restored. Look, listen. Balance is getting ready to be restored. And what that means is the only way when you do this kind of stuff, right? Balance is restored with karmic retribution. Balance is restored when the judgment is fulfilled. Balance is restored when the person who does this kind of stuff has been left completely stripped. Because what you tried to do to the collective, it has to be done to you. Because not only did you not make the vow, Crosswatcher, but you also had no business doing this to begin with. This is unjust of the highest order. So you hit up with a double whammy. So balance is being restored. We have shame at the split of the deck. When you are sitting in full shame, then balance. But balance is headed this person's direction. Balance is headed this person's direction because they did not heed a warning of some sort. Clarify luck. Live out loud. Self-sabotage. See, because that's what you wanted. You want it. This is giving me greed. This is giving me delusions of grandeur. You didn't want to go and get it the right way. If you're watching, Crosswatcher, collective, if this is a situation you know about, or you have been in, this person didn't want to do it the right way. They wanted to take somebody else's dharma and give you their karma. Karma that you didn't earn and don't have nothing to do with. So at night, they're experiencing this. They're experiencing this at night. See, and gifts. See, gifts. It landed over here. They're gifts. They've lost they're losing whatever gift that they received, because I really get the feeling that you may not be the only target. It's like they've been doing this. They've been catching a lot of the little fish. They've been catching a lot of the little fish with this. But when they targeted you, they caught the big fish. Okay? They pulled up the big fish. But these little fish deserve justice too. Right? So you got all of that energy. Their intuitive gifts are removed, displaced. Is there anything else I want to look at with this? Spirit team, is there anything else that I need to look at with this? I want to know what's going. Let me get the collective some affirmations if you've been dealing with this energy. I'm gonna get you some affirmations out here. Something to take with you that'll be positive. I'm sure you're not bothered by this at this point, because it seems like in these kind of situations, as you heal, the spell work goes back to the person who sent it. So I'm pretty sure that the collective, that's why they tripping, because whatever energies they sent towards you, they wanted you to be in, you ain't in those energies. You doing okay. You feeling okay? Life is going good for you? And they realize like, yo, something was a false alarm. Something they thought absolutely had worked, and they're finding out some kind of way that it didn't. Give me some affirmations for the collective to take with them, spirit. Sappho, Sappho. I don't know, child. The poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Fatima, the mother of I ams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. So you're coming off, collective, as somebody who vibrates very highly. Very highly. Like, you're a woman's woman. Okay? You love yourself. You love your femininity, your divine feminine essence. You're very grateful. We're getting a lot of, because this is a mixed deck. So I'm getting a lot of, a lot of matriarchal energies coming out here for you, collective. Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine time. Yeah, you're fully tapped in. You're fully tapped in. Some of you may work with these energies. Fatima, Queen Esther, Sappho. Somebody's old. I don't know. The poetess. All right? I'm not even finna try to say that. The joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. And this is the reason why targeting you was a bad idea. But doing this all together was bad. Was bad because this is some kind of side hustle this individual was on. Meeting people online, building online communities, and then harvesting the energy of the people in their community. And I don't know if this is a community that you were once in, that you have, been led away from. I don't know. I don't know how, it didn't really come up. I'm going to ask because I'm nosy. How does the collective know the individual who has been targeting them? How does the collective know the individual that has been targeting them? A trap. Okay, so you experienced some sort of a trap that caused a disturbance. It was an irritation, some sort of a supernatural trap, some sort of trap that you were in with this individual, or they laid for you. I don't know. That's too many. That's too many. A trap was laid for you. Profession. This is something people, this is what they do for as a profession. They lay traps. Supernatural traps. It could have panned out for many of you if this resonates. It's not going to be the same for everybody, but this trap was laid in different ways. For some of you, you met somebody online. For some of you, you were part of an online community. It could have been someone on your job, so on and so forth. Okay, somebody you dated, so on and so forth. But it's over for you now. It's over. This trap, this disturbance, this work that they were doing, it's done. It's done. You are sleeping peacefully. Okay. I'm also picking up you did your job. Okay, wait. The trap. But then you did your job. You showed up and did something you were supposed to do. I don't know what that is. You'll know how that resonates, okay? All right, collective, thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you to my soul tribe for spending some time with your girl. Thank you to the new visitors for doing the same. If you have not chosen to subscribe, please subscribe, join the tribe. We would love to have you here. We just be over here chilling, tapping in the energies, learning and growing in the job, So come on, join the tribe. That'd be awesome or whatever. Turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another message. Like, comment, let me know how this resonated, okay? And I'll see y'all on the next message. Peace, family.